What's up, guys? I wanted to make a video discussing arm training. I got a comment the other day asking about optimal bicep volume. And what I said was 12 sets, which is kind of a blanket statement. I said 12 sets split over two workouts. So 6 sets on a Monday and then maybe 6 sets on a, say, Thursday or Friday. Now, here's the thing. There is no magical volume, frequency, anything like that when it comes to training arms. However, there is one thing that is magical and stays consistent over anything you're training, and that is intensity. I've always been a massive proponent of intensity over volume. If each of your sets is not being pushed pretty close to failure, you are going to have a hard time growing any muscle group for that matter. It's not just arms, but arms is also one of those muscle groups. It's not like, say, your legs or your back, where you're really crushing your CNS to push towards failure. What's the most you're curling? Maybe 100. I mean, let's even say you are super, super advanced. Maybe you're curling 135 pounds for reps on like a barbell curl. Ultimately, that's not really going to destroy your recovery or central nervous system for any of your other muscle groups. They can be pushed very hard fairly frequently, probably like 2 to 3 days a week. Like right now, I'm training my arms 3 days a week. That's what I'm focusing on. So you can really push your arms hard. So I said 12 sets, but ultimately, you could do it with probably 8 sets. You could do it with maybe even less. For me personally, I found that I grow best from like 12 really hard sets per week. Um, but obviously, the less trained you are, the less sets you need. So when you're starting out, you could probably get away with, 5 or 6 sets. It would take very little volume to grow the arms. But with that being said, the more advanced you get, which I've experimented with this before, you can work up towards 20 or 30 sets. Last year, I was doing as much as 30 sets a week for my arms, and I got some really great growth from that. So ignore the blanket statements. Now, you have to be careful with your joints when you get into that high volume because your joints give out way before your muscles do. So I don't recommend that to people unless you really know your body and you're really advanced. So hope this video helps. Peace.